And so it begins. A double vlog day, two incredible parks adjacent to each other. This is like the holy land of theme parks for many people. We missed the chance to come here a couple of days ago because we were a bit poorly, so we're here now. We're going to hit them. We're not going to do that many rides because we're still not 100%, but it's just to be there, the atmosphere, and then tonight it's a whole different ball game. Welcome to City Walk, the central point between Island of Adventure and Universal Studios, the original site itself. One goes off to the left, one goes off to the right. We're going directly into Universal Studios today. Now, for many years before my time, this area used to be a parking lot, which Rachel's mum and dad said that they used to be able to park before they could go in here. But now you have to park at the terminals right behind us, and it's a bit of a walk. And then you've got your security. It's a good 10-15 minutes before you're in the park easily. You ready to do this, babe?
I think so, yes. Finally, after a few days of not feeling very well, we're finally out and about, and it feels really good.
Yeah, let's go and do this. Let's go and enjoy Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy this, guys. I cannot not film the Mystery Machine. Used to own one. Mine was a supercargo version, so where that would finish, mine would extend further out of the back. Absolutely loved it. Shame I got rid of it, but there you go. Wonder whether the big fella is about himself. So pretty much today's plan is to take it relatively easy during the day, go on maybe a few rides, and then hit it tonight for Halloween Horror Nights. What that's going to be like, we've done it maybe 4 or 5 times now, really enjoyable, but we will see. There's supposed to be some pretty near the mark ones with bug houses, etc. this time. Transformers ride, which is absolutely enormous, very similar to Spider-Man and Islands of Adventure next door. This one just seems to be more hyped up, to be honest, but you get to live here. Universal Studios is littered with some of the props of some of the greatest movies made, some of the incredible franchises. Back to the Future, one of my favourites. My all-time favourite is across the pond over there. I shall show you him later. Okay, well that was E.T., one of the last of the remaining classic rides. We used to come here and ride the movies a lot, so you had the likes of Jaws, you had Confrontation, which is now where the Mummy ride was. Many things that have changed the same ride, but they've changed over and over again. For instance, one of my favourite rides, which is obviously the start of the Scooby era, was the Hanna-Barbera ride. That went on to be Jimmy Neutron. After Jimmy Neutron, I think after 2 involvements of that, then become the Minions. Obviously, the Simpsons used to be Back to the Future. MIB come along a lot later after that. Of course, you've got what is now the Fast and Furious franchise. Prior to that, it had 3 incarnations. One was Disaster, and I think there was 2 earthquakes, of which the original earthquake induction of it is where I turn around and say, well, at the end of when I do the vlogs, I say, see you in the movies. It was Charlton Heston at the start of that. You used to get a little model, used to people playing about with little takeaway spins and the sets, and you'd have people dropping down staircases. That's where that all comes from. That has been gone many, many years. It seems to be a bygone era. For us, it was better times because we could do everything. Now, there seems to be an influx of super coasters everywhere, which is fine if you can do them, but it's only a percentage of people that can. One of our old favourites. I wonder if Eddie's still about chasing people about in there. Some people do not like clowns, and then you can understand why. Yeah, he's pretty scary. Some classic monster memorabilia here. That was an absolutely epic film, The Thing. They were somewhere in I don't know, it was Antarctica or the Arctic, and this creature that was come down from space and it kept invading the people's bodies. It was absolutely incredible. The one film that still scares the life out of me from an early days, The American Werewolf in London.
Yeah. Scary
All
in the safe way.
the works on the werewolf done by Rick Baker. I think it earned an Oscar, or an Oscar nomination possibly. Little Chucky there. Nice little cute cuddly fella. And the mask of Mike Myers. You simply have to pay homage to the best movie ever made. 1975, filmed by Steven Spielberg, his second film. The first one was Jaws, his second one, which will become a blockbuster, with Jaws. That is the head of Ben Gardner, the scene where Hooper goes under the boat, picks out the tooth the size of a shot glass, he turns around and the head pops out. And that is it there. Many replicas about the world. The head from the remake of the Mummy franchise movies. Classic horror alert. Hitchcock, which of course means Psycho. They used chocolate sauce in the movie to replicate blood because it was done in black and white. There it is there. Before my time, it still holds strong nowadays. And this is how you turn a normal man into a wolf man. I believe that is the legend that is Bela Lugosi. Frank! Of course, not all classic horror movies were great. Some of your B movies were quite ridiculous. Biggest, meanest, baddest movie star of all time, my old mate Bruce. How's it going, buddy? Give me a big kiss. What sort of shark is that, Rach? Yeah, you got it right. We are obviously where Amity Island once stood and the Jaws attack. It was, yeah, old Amity boat tours. I just loved it. I mean, this allegedly, it's believed that one of the robotic sharks is buried there under that fountain. Whether that's true or not is another matter, but since then Harry Potter come along, unfortunately took over an absolutely huge franchise, and it's sort of grown and grown and grown. And yeah, when you go in there and you go through King's Cross, it does actually feel as if you're back in London. I haven't got it quietly right. There's a few things that are not up to scratch, but it's not a bad effort, that's for sure. But there are little what they call Easter eggs going back to the past. Obviously one of the songs that Quint would have sung in the past. Turn around and said, which I do happen to agree with, I think Rachel would as well, is that the Fast and Furious simply doesn't work. It just doesn't have that appeal. The general build-up before is great with all the nice fancy cars, and you go for example, but then you get on the ride and it's nothing. It really isn't. It's like a superimposed, generated screen projection, and you're just slowly going through on a tram. So nothing spectacular whatsoever. Front on view of Transformers over there. We're going to cut through the side streets of America if we can get to them, because it's just something quite quaint. It's something we've done year on year. Okay, it looks as if it's set up for some of tonight's event, so we'll certainly go through that later. But it's all quite quaint and it's picturesque, and you can sort of set your camera to, is it sepia? So it's all got that sort of brownish black and white imagery, as if you've gone back in time.
The thing with this thing, characters
come from everywhere. How's it going? Monsters Cafe's recently gone, unfortunately. I dare say these guys will spin round for the rest of this season and then probably move somewhere, perhaps even a boneyard, but it is sad. The food you've got in there is exactly the same as Richter Burger or Krusty's, etc. As a burger, pizza, etc., salads. Food's identical in all of the cafes, it's just the layout. You have some great merchandise, memorabilia inside, and just another sad loss. The other sad loss, of course, is something that happened years ago, which is behind me here, is where Twister used to be, which is now the Jimmy Fallon ride.
We like the Jimmy Fallon
we like the Jimmy Fallon ride. It's not a bad ride itself, but it's not Twister. No. And we really did love Twister. Like that, guys, we've gone into a holding pen, ready for the start of Halloween Horror Night. So I'll end this vlog here. We went on a couple of rides, see a show. We're still recovering, so it's hard work, but it was more the fact that we had this book tonight that we had to make the effort to get basically out of bed and get here. But I've enjoyed it so far. Tonight's going to be an experience that we do enjoy. When the sun goes down and it's dark, this is a whole different creature, a whole different ball game altogether. The Scarefest as they go, this is probably the best in the world. So I hope you enjoy that. That's in the next vlog. It's also being uploaded probably tomorrow. Catch you guys soon. Thanks for watching. See you in the movies. Bye for now.